Okay, so in this video, I'm going to be reviewing the Samsung Galaxy Tab S7FE that I have here. After using it for a little bit over a year, I will be sharing what to expect after using this guy for 1 year or more. Let's go ahead and jump in. First things first, as long as you are taking good care or reasonable care of your tablet, you should not get any crazy scratches or crazy dings all over the place, right? So if you didn't drop your tablet, you're not tossing it all over the place, you should be fine. In fact, if you have a case on your tablet, you may not even get some of the regular normal wear and tear, like, the regular scratches that you get on your tablet. So physically, it's built to last a little while, right? It's been just a year and I don't really have any scratches on this tablet right here, and you should be expecting that again as long as you are taking good care of it. So essentially, in terms of physical features, everything will remain the same, right? So dual speakers, for example, after a year, you should still expect the sound quality to come out very good, right? So nothing has changed in terms of that. The camera on the back, no scratches there, still taking pictures the same way. By the way, I don't suggest for you to go ahead and use this as your camera, right? Going around taking pictures of videos. This is good for scanning documents, little things like that, taking pictures when you need them. I bet you that the phone that you have in your pocket right now takes better pictures than most tablets, right? But anyway, so physical features, we are still good there. What you have on the back, of course, it is that same single 8-megapixel camera, and on the front you have the 5-megapixel camera. Again, not the best cameras out there. If anything, I would say they're mediocre cameras if you are comparing them to something coming off of an iPhone, but then it is fairly subjective depending on the type of pictures that you are trying to take. But anyway, let's talk about battery life. I know a lot of you are going to wonder, after a year, how is the battery on this guy here? Now let me tell you this, the battery hasn't really going down, still pretty good after a year. And to be clear, the battery life is solely going to depend on how you use your tablet, right? I'm a power user. I see a day, if I can see an entire day with a tablet, I think that's good news. When I bought this guy, definitely could see the entire day without any issues. I still can right now. Even if you're a power user, as long as you still do your moderate level of power using of your tablet, you should be fine as long as it's reasonable. I mean, after all, we're talking about a 10,090 milliamp hour battery loaded in here. This is essentially matching the same battery that you have on the Samsung Galaxy Tab S7 Plus and the Samsung Galaxy Tab S8 Plus, right? Which are more powerful tablets, right? Yet same size battery. So you have that going for this tablet here. Now let's go ahead and talk about performance. Nothing really crazy has changed. It's still the same. I feel it's still the same, right? Sometimes I would say over time, I feel like these tablets are getting faster because obviously with the new update, right now it's running Android 12, right? So obviously with Android 12, the new skin on top of it, it just feels a lot more fluid. I can tell you that in terms of user experience, everything has remained the same. There's nothing crazy that I can really tell you that you should be expecting to see after a year, even though it's a long time, right? A year is a really long time. But then again, all of this is going to depend on how you maintain your tablet, what you use it for, any of the apps that all of that good stuff, right? With my type of usage, so far, I don't have any complaints about Samsung Galaxy Tab S7FE. Now, one thing that I want to mention, and I don't want this to just go unnoticed, is that, during that 1 year of using your Samsung Galaxy Tab S7FE here, you are truly going to enjoy the tablet. It's a gigantic tablet, especially if you are into large tablets, right? So there are people who prefer smaller tablets, 11 inches, 10.4, 10.5, whatever the case may be. This guy here stands at a whopping 12.4 inches. That is huge. That is major. So this is not your typical tablet that you would go to bed, in order to wind down and hold it up, watch a movie. Because if you drop this in your face, it's gonna hurt. Not that it happened to me, but I could definitely tell that it would hurt. It is, of course, a TFT display. This is a mid-range tablet, so you should not be expecting to get like an OLED display like the other flagship have, right? So a TFT display, pretty good TFT display here. The resolution is 2560 by 1600. So the same resolution you would have on the regular Samsung Galaxy Tab S7 or the regular Samsung Galaxy Tab S8, except those are smaller, right? So the pixels are tighter, right? And that means that image quality is sharper on those tablets, on the Tab S8 and the Tab S7, despite the fact that they also TFT display like this one. That would also conversely mean that because this one is larger with the same amount of pixels, is not as dense, right? So PPI here is a little lower than what you would get on the Samsung Galaxy Tab S8 and the S7. But since you're just buying this tablet alone and you're not buying this and buying an S7 or an S8 to compare, you should just be fine. So as as long as you just buy one tablet like this and you're just watching your movies, playing your games, you won't notice anything. You will truly enjoy this display. It's a beautiful display. Samsung makes some of the, if not the best, some of the best displays out there. In fact, they make displays for Apple, right? So let that sink a little, right? So they make displays for tons of manufacturers out there just because they're that good at it. So when you hear TFT display on a Samsung tablet, yeah, you don't even have to worry. So beautiful display here, fantastic for entertainment because obviously it's a gigantic tablet. If you're playing games here, you can simply, attach a controller and you are ready to roll. My unit here has 64 gigs of internal storage, but that is expandable at up to 1 terabyte using a micro SD card, which is one of the things that I absolutely love about Android. I'm certainly hoping that they never do what Apple does where if you buy 128, you bought 128, you cannot expand. So certainly hoping that they keep that going. The RAM here is 4 gigs and that is enough for you to be able to enjoy and multitask using Samsung DeX and even just using the actual OS, the actual UI that's there, the actual just one UI for tablets that's there. You can still multitask using that if you want. But of course, because you have Samsung DeX there that pretty much take your productivity to the next level, you can toggle in between different things and have some stuff running in the background without any issues, right, with that 4 gigs of RAM. Granted, it's not 6 or it's not 8 like in some of the other Samsung tablets, but with 4, you still get enough room for you to play with, multiple things at the same time. Now, we're not gonna pull this video too long because I've made a ton of videos on this particular tablet. So if you are interested, if you wanna learn or know more about this tablet, get more details on this, just go ahead and check out one of the videos, maybe the comprehensive review that I made on this guy here a while back when I first bought it, or any of the other reviews that I made, after that one. You should be able to get more details on that. So with that being said, here's my take on the Samsung Galaxy Tab S7FE after a year. This is a fantastic tablet, right? It was dropped in 2021, so you guaranteed 3 major updates and 4 years of security updates, right? That essentially means that Samsung will be supporting this tablet for another 2 years, right? Because right now, what I have Android 12, so we still have 13 and 14 to go to. So you still have a couple years left here of Samsung support. And I'm always gonna say this because I know people who are watching, my videos for the first time may not understand what I mean by security updates and, major support. I simply mean that after that, Samsung will stop supporting the tablet. You won't, they won't be pushing out any major updates to your tablet, but it doesn't mean that your tablet just stopped working. It does not stop working. You should still be able to use your tablet for years to come, except it won't be as optimized as it would be had Samsung pushed out an update for your tablet, right? So that's just something to keep in mind. It's going to be supported for an additional 2 years, but you can still use that, beyond the additional 2 years support that you will get on here. But anyway, so great tablet so far. 1 year later, I still recommend this now that the price is pretty decent. As you recall, if you've been watching the channel for a while, you know that I absolutely despised the price that it dropped at. But Samsung has become reasonable and now the price is fairly reasonable. I will have some links in the description if you're trying to grab one of these. I create these links that I add to the video, and once you click the link, that should take you to where the best prices are. So it could be Best Buy, it could be Samsung, it could be anywhere. So I make sure that I put those links in the description for you. So I still recommend this guy here if you could get it at a deal, right? Not the original price, not the original ridiculous $530 that they wanted for it, right? So if you could get it for, I don't know, $380, go for it. If you could get it for $400 with some accessories, go for it. Let me know what your questions, right? If you find a deal and you're wondering if it's a good deal, let me know in the comment section. People will chime in and I will chime in also. I try to get to it like I always do. So I'm going to catch you in the comment section. Make sure also to share the video if you know anyone who is currently in the market for a tablet or for this particular tablet. Make sure to share, like, subscribe, of course, if you haven't done that already. I'm going to catch you in the next video. I'm also going to catch you in that comment section. And up until the next video, of course, as always, stay safe out there.